Chaos, take 1,385. Part of a song I wrote 20 years ago called Chaos. And back then, you know, I thought I was going to be the best guitar player in the world. You know, I was going to be awesome, but obviously I was not, you know, because then I saw the likes of Yngwie Malmsteen and Eddie Van Halen and Steve Vai, and I thought, why bother, you know, so I stopped practicing my skills and concentrating more on getting a good guitar sound and composing and the big picture. So right now I would like to show you how I made my guitar sound for the new Star One album. Okay, so far I've been using my trusted little pot, my cute little red pot, and I've been very satisfied with it. I used it for about 10 years. But this album, you know, was going to be guitar orientated, so I really wanted to have a very aggressive sound, and this is not a very aggressive little preamp. So I've been trying loads and loads of preamps, and finally I decided on, if you follow me, on the Sans amp. I actually bought two. I bought the 1.1 and the PSA 1, and they really have that very aggressive attack. By the way, I'm not getting them for free, so... Okay, this is the sound of the Sans amp, the PSA 1.1. You hear a nice little attack, nice aggressive sound. To make it even more aggressive and even fatter, I actually plug the Sans amp in to the effects return, it's complicated, the effects return of the Marshall, which goes to the speaker, and that's like a really aggressive sound. I'll play it here, I'll turn it on, might be a bit loud. Oh my god. Okay, well, there you go. So you hear it's really aggressive. Though I would not use it on its own, because I think it's too aggressive and too thin to use it on its own. So I double it with a warm amp, a warmer sound, more MIDI sound, more of a 70s sound. With the Bogner, the Bogner. Okay, I'm gonna have to hook it up, so bear with me. Okay, I will demonstrate the Bogner Überschall amp, and as you will hear, I hope you can hear it. It's a much warmer sound, a more midier sound. So if I combine this warmer MIDI sound with the very aggressive sound of the Sans amp, you get the sound of the new Star One album. Okay, now the most important part, I think, which is the microphones, the placing of the microphones, the speakers, shit like that. I find it very important, so come with me and I'll show you. Okay, first I found out that using just one speaker instead of a cabinet with 4 speakers actually gets you a better sound. I don't know what it is, but it gets a more aggressive sound, more bass. So here there's just one speaker. I think this is a Celestion G12E or something. And the first thing I do is put 2 mics in front of it. There's a Bayer mic and there's an SM57. As you can see, they're about 5 centimeters from the cone. Sorry, I don't know what that is in inches, but it's about like this. Reminds you of something? No? Sorry about that. They're both the same distance, very important, otherwise you get phase problems. And they're just half of the mic is in the cone. So yeah, it's just not like in the cone, because that's way too bright, but just on the edge, you know, to get that attack. Now comes the secret weapon, very important, and I only learned this for this album. That's this mic here, which is a ribbon mic, a Peluso I think it is. And I place it here on top of the other one, so not in the cone at all. So if you hear this mic on its own, it's like and you think like, what the f. But this is actually, if you turn it up with the other 2 mics, so there's 3 channels there, you're gonna get this bass, you know, that you've always been looking for. So yeah, this really is the secret weapon. This really is what made me decide to record with speakers again. So I place it on top somewhere there. So there you go. Secrets. It's gonna cost you. So in the end I've got about 6 tracks of guitar parts, the rhythm parts. It's the Sansamp Direct, it's a Sansamp through the Marshall, the slave of the Marshall, and the Bogner Direct with the speakers. And I make a mix, so sometimes you hear 6 guitars, which is like 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. Sometimes you hear 4 guitars. And yeah, that's how I make the sound, so it's not easy, I'm afraid. It's not like, huh, let's plug in and go for it. But I think it's worth it. Okay, to finish it off, I'm gonna play a little part of a song from a Star One album called Human Sea.